Hey guys, this is Sharaya. It's my first YouTube video, and kind of want this channel to be for young adult Christians. I haven't seen a lot of videos out there discussing issues that we go through and things that we deal with in our everyday lives as Christians, as young adults. Period. So I kind of wanted to do this video for us so that we can have a place where the issues that we go through are being discussed, and we could kind of get some feedback from some other people about what they're going through, and to know we're not the only one that's going through that. um I'm doing this because I was moved to do it. I felt that this is something that God wanted me to do, so here I am doing it. Don't know how many people it's going to reach, don't know if anybody's going to even look at it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So for this first video, I kind of wanted to talk about purpose. We all know that we have a purpose in God, and we have a purpose, God, that God wants us to fulfill, that God wants all of us to, do something in Him. Not necessarily for Him, but something in Him. Because as Christians, we all work for the betterment of the kingdom. Everything that we do, everything that we say should be to bring people closer to God, to bring ourselves closer to God, and to, have that God moment. That moment where we connect with God on a spiritual, mental, and physical level. And that's something that we as Christians, we all should desire to have. But one thing we might not necessarily know is our purpose. What is it that God wants us to do? What is it that we're called to do? Because many times, a lot of things that, we do is because someone else wants to do it. Oh, this person wants me to sing, or this person wants me to speak, or this person wants me to go here. But I think it's important that we as young Christians, we find out for ourselves what our purpose is, that we take the time to go to God and say, God, what is it that you want us to do? Where is it that you want me to go? Who is it that you want me to talk to? Because each and every day, God has designed it for us. He has planned it out for us each and every day. So in that day, there is something that He wants you to know, something that He wants you to see, something that He wants you to experience. There's a purpose in that day. And sometimes it's hard to know our purpose overall, what our calling is, whether it's to be a minister, a teacher, a prophet, a speaker, a singer, a dancer. And sometimes it's not always easy for us to figure that out. And if we're not careful, we'll allow other people to push their purpose on us, to do what they think that we're called to do. Because just because you're skilled in the area doesn't mean that that's where God has, your prosperity. That's not might not be the area that God called you to prosper in. Just because you can speak, God might want you to be an usher. Because you're an usher, God might want you to dance. All of us are here to upbuild the kingdom, to help uplift the kingdom, but we all have a purpose. We're all a part of the body. No matter what color, no matter what race, no matter where we come from, all of us as Christians are here to, upbuild the body and to bring people into the fold, to bring people to God, to show people through us who God really is. Because at the end of the day, we are all that they see. That for people that don't know God, for people that, have never experienced God, we are all that they see. We are all that they know. So they judge who God is off of us. And if we're not living in purpose, then, we're not really fulfilling who it is that God called us to be. And I know that this is something that I deal with, and something that I've dealt with even as a teenager, wanting to know what my purpose was, wanting to know who God called me to be. And I've had a lot of people to say, well, because, you can do this, this is what God wants you to do. Or because you can speak, this is what God wants you to do. And I didn't always feel comfortable operating in those things because it wasn't where my heart was. And like it says, your gift will make room for you. Whatever it is that God has called you to be, that's where you will prosper. That's where you will find your happiness. That's where you will flourish the most. Not that God won't bless you in other areas, but that is where you will find that you and God meet the most. And for me, my calling, I found, was to be a prophet. You know, I operate in the prophetic. You know, I have dreams. God speaks to me. And, you know, there was a point in time, and even now, that, you know, I wasn't operating in that. And I wasn't, you know, walking where God wanted me to walk. And that was because I had to find out for myself if that is what God wanted me to do. And once I found that, it was easy for me. You know, and, you know, where I am now is just because of, you know, life experiences and reconnecting with God. But I found my purpose. I found out who I was supposed to be. And in finding out who I was supposed to be, it gave me peace. So, you know, I feel like that's very important, that us as Christians should find peace in who we are in God. We should find out who we are in God, and from that point on, move forward to getting closer to God and helping other people find out who they are in God. So, you know, that's basically it for this first video. So you guys comment, you know, leave messages and leave ideas for other pages. Alright? Peace.